Hey guys, welcome to Elegant Creates. This layout is for a few things. So, follow a sketch February hosted by Sandy over at Scrapping Reflections. And I showed you the sketch straight up, and the sketch is page maps one. And Sunday sketch is using follow a sketch February. So each day we have a different sketch. We're also doing it for a Soul Scrappers February challenge, which is a this or that. So I've chosen, so this was a colour background, or that was a white background. We're going to do a white background. 1 photos or 2 photos is to add red, add yellow, added red around the edges. Well, I added red and yellow in it actually. There's red and yellow in both. Flowers or doilies, there's flowers on there. Paint or ink, added some paint splatters, pearls or rhinestones. At the end I added some rhinestones. So we're doing it on my daughter, and they had crazy hair day at school. So we've just, I don't know where these papers are from. I got them in a kit a very, very long time ago, and I've cut the barcode off. So I've got no idea, I don't know. Yeah, no idea. My bad, sorry guys. So just using my T ruler to make sure it's all straight. And those coloured panels there are 2 inches by 5 inches. And then it's 3/4 of an inch, my banner, my black strips. So I'm just adding some twine, reflecting the sketch just around that little bit there. I don't end up putting a bow on it. I don't know why, I just didn't. Probably because I hate tying bows. Some old Stampin' Up twine that I love. So when I run out of that, I'm going to be sad because I don't tend to use ribbons, but I do use that twine. So it is the end of the day at February the 1st in Australia at the moment. So I'm making this because I didn't get around to doing anything else. So I just use the Stampin' Up tag punch to make that bottom corner tag to go in, just to reflect the sketch. What else can I tell you about this? So it come together pretty easily and pretty quickly. I'm just popping my photos up on some foamy tape that doesn't like sticking, this one, so I don't know, not a huge fan. These are from Kmart, these little dots, so I suppose you get what you get from Kmart, don't you? But sometimes I can go through that much glue and that's annoying. So I'm using American Craft chipboards to embellish, which I'm getting out on the side there, but you can't see them. So to put where that like pinwheel, I guess, was on the sketch, I've put this big flower and a little butterfly, and then I'll just find these little dots and a love heart and a circle and stuff. I just found it was a bit blank in the background, so I just gave it some colour. So here's another flower, so I've definitely met the criteria of for Soul Scrappers. So for my heading, I've just got, again, Kmart stickers that have been in my stash for a while. And I've just decided to call it Crazy Hair. I did want I couldn't find a little saying underneath that said don't care. And my printer has semi-died, so yeah, not cool. I was printing everything in pink at the moment, so I think I might need a new one soon. I couldn't get that seat straight. So I've just got my Montmartre water paints palette out, and some red ink from Stampin' Up. I think that was Cherry Cobbler, so it's a dark red ink to kind of match the kids' uniforms there. So here's me adding some red for the challenge, and there's some yellow card and yellow stripes and that. Anyway, I've added some red splatters and blue and green because I had blue and green in their hair. So I'm trying to kind of, coordinate it in a bit, even though the papers are all colourful. And I don't know, I think it kind of works. And then after, when I was doing it, I'm like, oh, Christmas page would have been cool to do this, given like it looks a bit like a present, the little papers. Anyway, adding some rhinestones, and go check out all the other players for Follow Sketch February, as well as Sunday Sketch. And I'll pop a link to Soul Scrappers challenges that you can join into. So Sharon and her team over there get out some good challenges. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and have a great scrappy day, guys.